Hello there, welcome. My name is Maddie Wade. This is my beauty channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup, but I'm going to do it really quick and nice and simple. So I'm going to use some products that I don't use regularly in these demos. A couple of them include the cream to powder foundation and also some darker berry lips. So if those two things sound interesting to you, keep watching. And I have lots of other little tips as we go through here today too. So if you love simple, easy makeup, make sure you subscribe to my channel. All right, so I'm gonna get started. First things first, I always use some foundation primer. Foundation primer is going to hold your foundation on. It is also going to fill in your pores so that they are more of a flat surface. It is going to have SPF 15 to help protect your face as well. So first is always some foundation primer. I'm gonna give that just a second to kind of let it dry. While I let that dry, I am going to put on a little bit of liquid eyeshadow. So I love to start all of my eyeshadow looks with a liquid eyeshadow just because it works as a primer. It adds a little bit of color to your eyelid. So now if you have any veins or dark spots on your eyelid, they're gonna be erased right from the get-go. And like I said, it holds the eyeshadow on better, so it's going to be like a little bit tacky. Now it does dry, so I just like to use it and blend it with my other colors. So this is the Light Beam. I usually use either Light Beam or Pink Starlight. They're both really pretty, and they're both light enough that you can use any colors over the top of them. Okay, so that's that Light Beam, and even if you don't love shimmers, you can put a matte over this and it won't even look like it was a shimmer. Or you can always use the foundation primer, the eye primer as well. And that will give you also some good results at holding your eyeshadow on longer. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my foundation. So this is the foundation that I'm gonna be using today right here. It is cream to powder foundation. Now, how I like to use this is I like to spray it first with my finishing spray. The reason that I like to do that is I kind of like to just get it a little bit more damp than it already is. And the main reason is because this has been in my palette for a while. I wanna say maybe like 6 months, probably 6 months to a year now. So I don't use this every single day, but I do love the results of it. So I wanna show it to you. Okay, let me flip it this way. So I'm just gonna get my blending brush. Okay. Plus finishing spray is always gonna help too. So finishing spray just helps to cover your face with kind of like a hairspray. It doesn't feel like a hairspray, but that's what it does for your makeup, is it makes your makeup stay a lot longer. So I'm just gonna apply this all over. You can see how easy it applies. So it goes on kind of like a cream or a liquid, and then it dries like a powder, and it just finishes so nicely. So tell me down below if you're watching this, have you ever tried a cream to powder foundation before? I know this used to be something that was pretty trendy a while ago, and now it's really coming back. Liquid foundations and liquid makeups are definitely on the rise. Okay, and the color that I'm using today is Ivory 2. If you need to be foundation matched, you can go ahead and just comment down below and let me know. So you can message me and I can foundation match you. So if you send me a picture of your skin, then I can foundation match you in whichever foundation that you're interested in. So there are multiple different foundations. There's this cream to powder, there's the Time-Wise 3D, which comes in either matte or luminous. There's CC Cream, which is kind of like a tinted moisturizer. And then we have some powders as well. Okay, so I'm just adding just a little bit more over there, and then I'll add just a little bit more over on these acnes, my little trouble spots. I love that about cream to powder though, is how good it covers. So its coverage is incredible. So boom, cream to powder is on. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a little of my, hang on, let's see. I have concealer here. I don't know where I put my under eye corrector. It's around here somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. So right now I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer and I'm just going to apply this right underneath my eye. just to kind of brighten it up a little bit underneath there. I'm gonna blend it with my little blending sponge. This little blending sponge is limited edition, but you can get it right now off my website. And if you wanna shop for anything that I'm covering today, check my website out. It is down in the description. So if you click on the description, you'll be able to find my website. Okay, so you can see it just brightens up that area. It just kills that dark circle. I love the under eye corrector. I just reorganized my desk though, and I didn't want to spend forever trying to find the under eye corrector. I finally just cleaned off my makeup space and my desk for the first time in a while. So it feels so much better. It feels so much cleaner and more organized. However, I don't know where I put my under eye corrector, so I'll have to find them. Okay, so there we go. That's the concealer underneath there. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little bit of the setting powder. I like this because I'm very oily, so I like to add a little bit of this. If you do not want to add any more powder to your face, you don't have to. I do suggest, however, applying at least a little bit right underneath your eyes where you just applied that concealer so that it blends and you're not gonna have any creases. So I'm gonna apply this right underneath my eye, then also just kind of cover real quick. So I didn't apply very much, but just a little bit, just enough. I like the Silky setting powder because it reduces any lines you might have too. It just does a really good job making your face look very natural and not cakey. Okay, done. So that was the Silky setting powder that I just used. And I'll also post down below in the description a list of all the products that I used today. Okay, now we can keep going. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do my cheeks. So I'm gonna be using these two right here. It's a contour in Latte and then also a highlighter, and it's called Glazed. I love to mix them and it kind of makes a really pretty bronzer. So let me show you. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, just kind of mixing them together. And then right underneath my cheekbone is where I'm gonna apply this. So just like a bronzer. Mixing it with the highlight just gives it a little bit of a lighter look, and it also adds that shimmer. Since the Latte is matte, it doesn't have any shimmer in there. And I don't know about you, but I love a good shimmery bronzer. The old bronzer that Mary Kay used to carry back a while ago had shimmers in it. And all of a sudden I realized, I was like, oh my goodness, I bet those two combined would make almost the same effect as that old bronzer that we had, and it really does. So try it out. If you have those two products, try blending them. Usually I used to always just use the contour first, and then after the contour, I would apply the highlighter. I am gonna add a little bit more highlighter in a second. First, I'm gonna blend it. Just blending all over, just to make sure there are no harsh lines, and even go up into your hairline a little bit, just because sometimes I've noticed that you can put your makeup kind of close, but then all of a sudden you might have a little bit of a line. So just make sure you even blend right up into your hairline. Okay, next what I'm gonna do before I add a little bit more highlighter, I'm actually gonna take a little of the Latte. I'm gonna pick it up with my fingers, so like this. And I'm gonna put it right on the side of my nose. So this is to contour my nose. Just a little bit. Right on the outer sides. This is just gonna make my nose look a little bit smaller. Blend it out. Actually, I wanna use my cheek brush first. And I'm just kind of wiping like up and down right now. Up and down, up and down. And then I'll take this and just blend it out. Make sure that there are, again, not any harsh lines. Okay, now I'll take a little bit more of the highlighter with my cheek brush, and I'm gonna apply it right on my cheekbone. So just a little bit more highlighter. So it's kind of like a bronzer and a highlighter is what we just did there. Okay, so I'm not gonna do any blush today. I'm just gonna skip over that since I just showed you that bronzer. You could absolutely add a blush into it too though. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do, let's do some eyebrows. I'm gonna take my brow brush and brush out my eyebrows first. Okay, now that they're nice and brushed out, I can apply my brow tint, which is right here. So this is dark blonde brow tint. So again, this is just a really quick, simple look. If I were going for more of a full face makeup look, you can line them with the brow pencil first and then fill in with the brow tint. That's another reason why I do really like the cream to powder though, is it's so quick. So when you're looking for something that's full coverage, but really just quick and simple, cream to powder fits that bill very well. Okay, and like I said, it is a little bit more of a full coverage, I would say, but it does not look cakey on. Okay, so this is the brow tint, just adding a little bit of color and kind of just taming your brows a little bit. All right, now we can get to some eyeshadow. Eyeshadow and lips are what's next. So like I said, I'm gonna be doing some berries. So let's see, here's my palette. So I've got all kinds of colors in here and we already have the liquid eyeshadow on. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with my blending brush and I'm gonna pick up, let's see, I'm gonna pick up some of the Merlot right down here. So it's a dark purple color. And I'm gonna put that right in the outer corner. And I'm patting this in. So I really want this darker color to stay right out in the outer corner. I'm gonna blend it in just a second. But first, I wanna make sure that it's right where I want it to be, just kind of packing it in. And again, this is Merlot. So this is a matte dark purple. It really is truly, it looks like Merlot wine. It is so spot on. Next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit, I'm gonna kind of like blend these together a little bit. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Sweet Plum and I'm gonna put that, so this is Sweet Plum right here. So it's a purple, but it's sparkly. And I'm putting it right on the inner corner of where I just put that Merlot. Right kind of on the inside. I just love to blend in the Sweet Plum with the Merlot. Now I'm gonna blend it all over. Same thing on this side. So you can see just with that light beam, how nice and light it makes it in the inner corner. It just means that you don't have to use as many shadows. Now, like typically I would have to go in with maybe biscotti and like a lighter color and then I can put another color on top. But with the light beam shadow or the pink starlight, it really kind of opens up your look a little bit. Okay, so next I'm gonna take my all over brush. I'm gonna pick up Frozen Iris, which is right here. So it is a light purple shimmer and I'm gonna put that right on the inside of where I just put the Sweet Plum. So we kind of went Merlot, Sweet Plum, and then Frozen Iris. So it's right on my lid. You can see how shimmery it is. It's a pretty color. Okay, so you can totally leave it just like this too. I am gonna make it a little bit darker so I can show you. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to it here in a second. But you can always leave it just like it is right now too. It's nice and natural. A little bit on the lighter side. Okay, so I'm gonna take next, I'm gonna take my all over eyeshadow brush again. I'm gonna take some Crystalline, which is this bright white color. If you're starting a palette, Crystalline is one of the colors that I always recommend to start with because I do use it so often, especially like I'm doing right now in the inner corner. It makes a big difference because that little inner corner is just so dark. So adding a little bit of Crystalline right underneath your brow bone and right in that inner corner is going to make your eye look so much lighter and more put together. So there's that. And then let's see. I think last I just want to take a little bit of the Candlelight and I'm gonna pop that kind of right in the inner corner. So basically, let me show you what we've got going here. We had Merlot on the very outside, then we added a little Sweet Plum in with that Merlot. Then on the lid is covered with Frozen Iris, a little bit more on this side, and then Candlelight on this side, and then Crystalline is right in the inner corner. So what I'm gonna do last is I'm gonna take my blending brush, I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more of the Sweet Plum, and I'm gonna add that right in my crease line, and just windshield wiper back and forth to make sure that it's nice and blended out. If you ever feel like you don't like your makeup and you don't know why, just blend it out a little bit more. Usually it makes a really big difference. Okay, so there we go. I just added a little bit more of that sweet plum there. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna take Berry Lip Liner and I'm gonna put it underneath my eye for some eyeliner over here. So if you ever want to pop a color, you can always add a lip liner underneath your eyes. I'm going to take the smudge brush to blend it out. This is just going to make it look a little bit more natural. Instead of such a straight and harsh line, this is just going to soften it up a little bit. I think it's so cool. I love the Berry lip liner as an eyeliner, especially right underneath. It's just a little hint of pink. I'm going to take a little bit too and I'm going to put it up on top. Okay, so just a little bit on the top side. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to blend it with the smudge brush. So when you're blending the top, I like to just kind of hold it nice and still, and then you can kind of blend it out. Okay, boom. It's kind of fun, right? I'm going to put this on my lips too. So this is the Berry lip liner again. I'll just wipe a little off on my hand just to, you know, kind of clean it a little bit. Well, not really clean it, but just separate from what I just touched my eye with. I'm going to outline my lips. Again, this is the Berry lip liner. The main reason lip liner is going to be super helpful is because it's going to give your lips a little bit more of the definition, but it also is going to keep your lipstick on so much longer. So I didn't necessarily fill in the inside. I just outlined my lips really, and then I did kind of pucker them together, which did spread it, but not necessarily. You don't have to put the lip gloss all the way through if you're going to top it off with the lipstick, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm putting on Appleberry next. And Appleberry is a semi-shine. Okay, and then last, what I'm gonna do on my lips is I'm gonna add just a little bit of lip gloss. So this lip gloss is Evening Berry. Berry Delight. And this is a shimmer. It's a berry. Okay, and then that's, make sure you don't have lipstick on your teeth. Okay, I just also got a little bit of liner right there. Hang on. You can always go back with your foundation brush too and kind of blend it if you miss anything. Okay, so those are my lips. Now next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. So I'm gonna put the mascara, I'm gonna do like 2 coats of it probably. Tell me down below in the comments. Berry is totally outside of my comfort zone, especially berry lipstick. Any kind of dark lipstick is kind of outside of my comfort zone, I would say. So tell me down below, do you like a darker lipstick? And would you wear a berry lipstick? Tell me that down below. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about the berry eyeliner because I think that that's pretty fun and kind of game changing. Okay, I have lipstick apparently all over my teeth. Oh. Okay, so this is Lash Fanaroma. If you are struggling with any clumping of your lashes too, one thing you can do is you can use this brush before, and you can comb through your lashes. So that's kind of a little tip for you too. If you feel like it's clumping at all, you can comb through your lashes to make sure that they're nice and separated before you apply your mascara. Okay, so that's coat number one. One more coat. And then just grab those little bottom lashes. Okay, all done over there. And make sure, again, if you're watching this video and you have not commented down below, let me know that you're watching. Make sure you also subscribe to my channel. So this channel, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, which we are over halfway there, just a little bit over halfway there. Once we hit 1,000, I'm gonna do a big giveaway. So make sure you get yourself entered in to win by subscribing to my channel, and then also check down below in the link for all the other links to my other platforms and other places and my website and all the good things you can find down in that link. And also you can find in the description all the items that I used today. So I hope that you got something from this. I hope you try a berry look out, even if it's not your favorite. It's not my favorite either, but I really am digging the berry lips. I think that they're fun for the holidays and it's a great look for fall. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye.